Everybody. So I am super excited to be here today. We're just going to be inviting a friend. So Wendy is going to be joining us here. So just give us a few minutes if you're just joining here and watching us, just making sure that she can get on here okay. And then we are going to get started with an interview with Wendy. And let's just see here. All right. So if you're here, just say hello in the comments. Let us know that you're here. And we are going to have an amazing interview here with Wendy. So we're just waiting a few minutes here. So if you're hopping on now, it's 6:54. Wendy should be here in a minute or two. So we are going to be sharing an interview with her, how her life has completely changed. And I just wanted to let you guys all know and sit back and listen to hear how Wendy's life has completely changed since the summer of last year. So we're just waiting for her to join us here. And, whoops. Mute on. Okay. Do you have a little pop-up there, Wendy, that you can join us? There's always a few little technical things to have in place here. We are muted. Okay, can you hear me now? Hey, Paula, can you hear me now? Thank you for letting me know that. I appreciate that. Is it better? Yes? And Wendy, can you join us there? Okay, there's Wendy there. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you. I did. I was scrolling across the bottom of the thing. So thank you for that, Paul. I appreciate it. Glad you're here. That's awesome. Hopefully you had a great weekend. So we're just waiting for Wendy to be able to get access to join us here. Can you see, Wendy? A little link there that you can click to join us. Add you. Okay. I just sent you an invite. Okay, so hopefully you can come on here. Okay, I think we're good here. Yes, we're all good. There you are. Hooray. Hi, Wendy.
Oh, hello.
How are you?
I'm okay.
Good. Thank you. You're here. That's awesome. Thanks for taking the time to join us here. So we're just going to wait a few more minutes for some of our viewers to hop on here before we start the interview with you. Okay. So just maybe you can tell us a little bit about you. So where do you live, Wendy?
I live in Plattsburgh, New York.
Okay.
Right close off the Northway. Cold right now here.
Awesome.
I'm originally from Keysville. Yep, I have two children. My son lives quite a ways away, but I have my grandchild, Mason, here that lives with me. So it's him and I and the pups.
Awesome. How old's Mason?
He's 11.
11. And you have two dogs?
We have three now. We just adopted a little tiny Chihuahua, Pekingese, Pomeranian pug little thing. He was a pound when we got him, but now he's made it to 5, but he's not going to get much bigger, I guess.
Awesome. Oh, there he is there. Oh my gosh. What a cutie.
Yeah.
What a cutie. All right. So thanks for taking time out of your evening to join us here, Wendy. So Wendy and we met actually over social media, which maybe some of you, we have met on social media as well, and just my friends. And I do honestly appreciate each and every friendship that I have on social media, and not just another person there. So just know that from the bottom of my heart. And Wendy and we do have a pretty amazing connection that we have just from meeting over social media. We've never actually met in person. So Wendy, again, I reached out to her last year. I had created this program because, as you know, I help people with essential oils, and we help people when they have, head tension, or they maybe have digestive issues, they have a stomach ache, and there's a natural solution that you can choose. But there's also something else you can do, and it's actually how you take care of your body. So I developed a course over a year ago, and it's called Sheri Skinny Down Program. So Wendy decided that she was going to start the program. So I'm just going to ask her some questions about the program, and just a little bit of feedback on her success that she's had with it. So the first question for you, Wendy, is how did you feel before you started the program?
Terrible. I felt depressed. I had no energy, lots of anxiety. Didn't want to get out of bed. I didn't know how it was one day to the next.
And I remember having a conversation with Wendy, and she was, kind of experiencing those situations. And we tried some solutions with some essential oils. We tried some products for her that gave her a little bit of help, but it just doesn't seem to be enough for her. So Wendy decided to start Sheri Skinny Down program, and it was about changing what she ate and what she drank. And that's basically all it was. It wasn't some protein shake or some crazy pill to take. It was about food that she had in her house and drank. So Wendy, so how did you stay track on the program? Because the program runs for 90 days. So how did you stay track on the program?
Well, I stayed track mostly by following you every day, listening to your little tips, making grocery list out before I went. Don't go to the store hungry. Drinking lots of water. Made up stuff like I boiled my eggs ahead of time. I had little snacks ready in case I had to hurry up and go, and it wasn't like, oh, now I'm out here on the street, got to do this, and I don't get to get in my snack or my little lunch, whatever, because it's easy enough where you can just bring it with you. And I just kept up with my water, number one. Thought I was going to float away for a while.
Cheers.
And I got my beetlets, my MetaPower Assist, my lemon, and my MetaPower Advantage drinks. And I always made sure I threw them in the pocketbook. The beetlets are wonderful for the pocketbook. And just followed, like, I found it kind of easier. I didn't have to make big meals, and I enjoyed getting up in the morning. I'd have a glass of warm water, and then that was a little hard, but then I'd go to the cold, and then I'd have something easy, an egg, my boiled egg for breakfast, and it just made it easier to get the food in, and I felt better. And just making me feel better made me want to keep going and seeing the changes. Right now I'm going through the little sprigs of hair changes here. I've got pops everywhere. It's like, oh my, but it's all good. It's all good changes. And having the energy, waking up. I was waking up at least every 20 minutes to half an hour at night for 9 years. I didn't sleep more than 3 hours a night. And I was getting, at first it started off 2 hours, and it was like, wow, 2 hours of sleep. And then it went to 4. And now I actually lay down at 9 or 10 o'clock, and I'm ready to go at 5:30 in the morning with my grandson off to school. And once he goes, I come back up and I do my thing, and I am more active, more energy. I do a lot of exercising now. I do a lot of walking. I'm able to go places. I didn't want to go before because my self-esteem for one was low, but my anxieties increased or decreased immensely to where I could never do this before. That's for sure. I couldn't do this. I mean, I do have a little anxiety now for it, but I did some adaptive, and I'm good. I'm here.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And you know what, just to be able to, like you say, first of all, running on 2 and 3 hour sleep is not that easy to function the next day. So then a lot of other problems can come from not having enough sleep at nighttime. So, you sound like me. I'm into bed at like 10:30 and I'm up at like 6 or 6:30. So that's kind of my schedule. And I used to be that person that would, go to bed at night and I would scroll, and I wouldn't sleep well and all these other things. But when you actually change what you're eating, and even over the holidays, I was, eating things kind of outside the box a little bit, and my sleep was not that great because I was in
mine either.
Yes, and it's nice to see that you actually test the waters a little bit, and you say to yourself, oh my gosh, actually, we are exposed to food. It's part of celebration. It's there, and that's okay. But you get anxious to get back to reset.
It does.
And when you know what the reset on the program is, it's like you just know exactly what to do. So that's amazing. Hello, everybody in the comments who's saying hello. Thanks for hopping on here. So my next question for you, Wendy, is how long after you started the program, was it July you started? Just
June or July. It was somewhere right there at the end of June.
Okay. So how long after you started the program, because you were pretty much really depressed, you weren't feeling well, you had no energy, you still had your 11-year-old grandson to take care of. So how long after you started the program did you start to see results?
Little results, like a week and a half, 2 weeks into it. I saw little things like my urine output was changing. I wasn't like I thought forever I'd run to the bathroom every 20 minutes, but that started to like, the more water I drank, I thought I was gonna like pee all the time, but it didn't go like that. It started regulating me.
Good.
Um, After about 2 weeks, I started sleeping the couple of hours, 2, 3, instead of a half an hour. My bowel movements even changed. They were more regular. I wasn't feeling so bloated and had that yucky feeling of, oh God, do I dare to? So within 2 weeks, I felt enough change to where I said, well, at least this is something that I think is going to work, other than those diets out there that I've tried, every one of them. And I didn't even feel like this was a diet. I felt like it was just a life-changing situation. It was for everything, not just the fat on me, not just it was everything that was changing and being better. I got to stop taking anxiety medicine. I got to stop taking blood pressure medicine. My blood work is all coming back wonderful. And I just feel so much better, so much better. And
That's
my pant size went down.
I remember the first time you messaged me, and I don't know how far it was. You're like, oh my gosh, Sheri, I tried on these pair of pants and they fit me. And it, like, I get, like, and Wendy says to me, like, she goes, I owe you my life, Sheri. And honestly, I just get so excited and emotional when I get people in this program that have results, because it's not impossible to do. It's nothing impossible that you can't do with food that you have in your home. It's not some crazy diet pill. It's not something that doesn't work. And I know Wendy felt a little bit, I kind of just going back now and remembering a conversation. It's like, how do I know this is going to work for me? And I'll tell you, the word diet is a bad 4-letter word in my vocabulary. It almost is another bad 4-letter word that I don't use very often, but it's a bad word. And this is like what Wendy said, it's a lifestyle change. This is not about, you know, and some people that are on the program or want to sign up for it, they say, this is not a good time for me. And I go to myself like, so how important is your health? So can you, is your health important to Mason? Like, he's your grandson.
Very much so.
And so
I'm all he has. He's lost his mom, and if I'm not here, I don't know where it'd be. And that was one of the things that really put a relief on me, to know that I'm healthier now, and I'm going to be here for a long time for him, and hopefully to see him graduate and grow up to be on his own. And
And Wendy said she lost her daughter, unfortunately, and I feel sorry for her, but I feel like that God has connected us somehow, Wendy, so that you know, because I have been through something similar. Actually, I'm writing a book about it, so that book is hopefully going to be coming out soon. So it's going to really touch your heart. I know something that we can resonate together with. But when you think to yourself, like, I don't have time to do this program. And I hear that from people, like, I don't have time right now. And I'm going, time for your son, for your daughter, for your husband. You don't have time for your 3 dogs because health is not good. And Wendy's health was not well. Like, she was like, Sheri, I've been to the doctor. He gave me another anxiety medication. I don't want to take it. Is there something else you can help me with? And she was at like a very, very low point. I didn't want to get out of bed in the morning with something that she had said to me. And that just breaks my heart. So when I know that there is something else out there for you, and personally, I had some skin trouble about 8 years ago. And that's how this whole program developed, because I spent thousands of dollars at a naturopath's office and a nutritionist because I didn't like the medication the doctor was giving me for my skin. My face was broke out in a massive red rash because I was having some problems on the inside of my body. So my gut health wasn't good. Even though I was physically fit on the outside, because I was an avid athlete, I was a runner, so I was always in good shape, but what I was eating was not serving my body well. Like, you might be bloated with your stomach. So I spent a lot of money at the naturopath and the nutritionist, and basically what I have taken is the knowledge that they shared with me and put me on for 8 weeks to clear up my skin. I'd lost 15 pounds when I was doing it. I didn't need to lose weight. And I developed Sheri's Skinny Down program because there are quick solutions for things. And I just know now in our day and age, people want something quick and easy that doesn't have something that, number one, they're afraid of failing. Number two, how's it going to inconvenience me? And I think maybe you probably even thought those things to yourself, like, now, like, so how do I know this is going to work over all the other 10 things I've bought or tried or clicked on? And I'm telling you, like, if you follow the program, it's not hard. You have to pick your heart. And there's two hards. Wendy had two hards to pick. One was to stay in bed, not get out of bed, be depressed, be overweight, have digestive issues, be overweight, or her other hard was to follow the program. So you have to pick your hard in life. It doesn't matter. I tell my kids that all the time, pick your hard. But when you pick your hard, there's usually a more positive outcome of one than the other.
Exactly.
And just, you know, Wendy sends me these random messages. She's like, hey, Sheri, like, just want to say thank you again. Like, it just, honestly, like, the messages she sends me. And every week on the program, we follow, we get an accountability check-in from me. So I'll check in with you. We have a Facebook group. There's live videos in there. We do a Zoom call. Now we're doing a weekly Zoom call, which I don't think you've been on, Wendy, but.
No, I haven't had a chance.
Yeah, that's okay.
Been after school programs and always something. Yeah, it's hard, but I will soon. I'll get on there now that I can function this.
So the next question is, how much weight did you lose, Wendy?
Oh, almost 52 pounds. Sometimes it's up one, down one, 54, but on an average, 52 pounds. I was at 210, and I'm seeing the 160s.
Amazing. Yep. That's amazing. And so I feel bad because you're going to have to probably buy some new clothes.
Well, no, because I have those in the closet that I always kept saying someday, because I used to be really smaller. And with the depression and the anxiety, that's what made me go up. Not eating right, not being able to get out of bed, not resting right. It changed my metabolism all around. And it seemed like no matter what I did, go without eating, and that doesn't work. That makes you gain more weight. All these little fads you read about, it makes you gain more. And like you said, when someone says something about time, I found it doesn't take any more time to put some ice in my cup and fill it with water than it does to unscrew that soda bottle and pour it down your throat. Or it doesn't take any more time than to take that boiled egg out of the refrigerator than it does to pour some unhealthy cereal and milk in a bowl or not eat at all. So it's not time consuming at all when it comes to time either. It's very easy. You just gotta wanna do it. And I'm not gonna say I didn't screw up here and there, because there was once while, you know what, oh, that candy bar looks good. But then if you do that enough times and you feel yucky after and you do feel the difference, you don't even want it anymore. It's like, I don't want to feel like that. And so it all comes natural after you do it for a certain amount of time. It just comes natural.
That's true. I agree with you. It does become, it's like sorry, I'm just reaching for something here. It becomes a lifestyle choice, really. Like,
it becomes a habit.
Choice, right? That you make. And yes, we are exposed to, you know, especially over Christmas time, you know, we're exposed to like a lot of food because food is part of celebration. But when you actually know that, hey, I'm going to indulge in something, and that's okay if you want to have your cake or your glass of wine or your pie or it's your birthday, knock your boots off. But the cool thing is, in the program, you learn to reset and what to come back and do the next day, so that you don't keep going and going and going and going and moving the scale up and up till you get to a place where your health is compromised. You know, I don't know about you, but I don't want to go to the doctor's office, and I don't want to spend time there. That's the last place I want to be. So if you don't have time, try sitting in a doctor's office or doing what I did. I had to go back probably 4 times to the doctor when I had my skin issues. I spent a lot of times missing work, going to get appointments, filling prescriptions, paying for prescriptions that didn't work for me. So that was my time. And I'm going, I am not doing that again. I am not doing that again. And I think the diet industry has us a little bit afraid to even try something now because, you know, people are looking for something that's a quick fix, and it's not a quick fix. It's a lifestyle change. So, and
then you end up gaining more sometimes. When you don't keep at it, you gain double back. I've been there and done that too. And and the expenses of it, it's crazy. But this is, anybody wants to change, this is the way to go. I recommend they do it. They just gotta put their mind to it and don't think of it as a diet, because it's not a diet. It's a healthy lifestyle change, and that's the way it is.
And so again, I am not one to be in the kitchen. It's not my favorite place to be in the whole wide world, but we know what we do need to eat, and we do need to eat or feed our families. And so it's making choices and knowing that when you do something, that you have 2 choices, and one is to be 100% in, and the other one is to be 99% in. And if you're 100% in, it's effortless. But when you're 99% in and you're not sure, it makes it very frustrating. So you're on again, off again, on again, off again. But when you actually are doing it 100% in, like, I don't know about you, I used to work in a dental office and I brush my teeth every morning and every night, and I find it effortless. It's effortless because I don't have to think about it. But what happens is if you go, I don't know, I'm kind of tired, I don't really feel like brushing my teeth today, there's usually an outcome or a consequence for something that you do or don't do. So if you don't want to brush your teeth, that's your choice. If you decide to, drink pop and not water, that's your choice. But if you say to yourself, I don't drink pop anymore. So, and I think Wendy can actually say that, because I know pop is or soda, I guess they call it in the US, is a pretty common drink for most people in the US is to drink soda. It's probably more, available than water is. So it's a common concern for people in the US. But when you say to yourself, like, I don't drink, or maybe you don't drink alcohol, I don't drink. You just say it. And when you go to somebody's house and they say to you, well, Wendy, like, really, you should try this glass of wine because it's really good. You go, I don't drink. You say it. And it's effortless.
Yeah, and I don't. So,
exactly. It's effortless. But when you have something and you're only 99% in, you're like, it makes it frustrating, very frustrating.
It does. So, if I get invited somewhere, I'll bring, when you go somewhere to a cookout or something like that, you always bring a dish anyways. And you never know what they're going to have out there. So you make something that you're going to be able to have for that little snack or that little meal. All I got, if there's nothing else out there that I can have, I know I can have what I brought.
Right. That's
there you go. Makes it easy.
And if you went to somebody's house for dinner and they were cooking something that maybe this is like more a lower carbohydrate diet or food plan is what it is. But if you're going to somebody's house and they serve something that's maybe not something that normally you would eat, you can still eat it and not have terrible side effects from it or feel bad about it or blow your weight loss from it. So just know that this is not just some crazy thing or calories or anything like that. It's a program that gives you exactly what to eat, when to eat. You start out with 3 meals a day, 3 snacks a day, and then you can adjust your snacks as you get going. It's to teach your body that you can actually eat more and weigh less. So anyway, so as far as I think all the other questions that I have for you, you pretty much answered in your and what you've told us there in the interview. So if anybody's looking to join Sheri Skinny Down program, it is open right now. It's $97 Canadian dollars, and it's a 90-day program. So you're going to get some recipe books. You're going to get a tracker. You're going to get a book on exactly what to eat and when. They have a Facebook group that you can come into where you're going to actually just go in there and you can get the weekly, whatever week you're on in the program. So you'll get week 1, week 2, up to week 12. And then after that, we do a weekly Zoom call now. So a Zoom call where we're just kind of getting together and we share what's winning, what's not winning, some things that you want to shout out for yourself, if you're proud of yourself for whatever you did. So the Zoom calls we have on Wednesdays and Thursdays, evening or afternoon. And and Wendy, actually, she's been the biggest loser. So I don't know if that sounds like a good thing or not, but she is our biggest loser on Sheri Skinny Down program. I am so grateful for you, for our relationship and our friendship that we have together.
I'm grateful for you too.
Thank you. So thank you for joining us. If anybody has any questions, you can go back and watch the interview. I'll post the link here. I think it's actually might be in the interview here right now. You can grab the link there. And if you want to talk to me, I would like to actually probably chat with you on the phone first before you sign up to see if you're a candidate, to see where your head's at, because half of the program is what to do and the other half is your mindset.
Exactly. Mindset is it. Yep.
That's awesome. Any other words you want to share before we leave, Wendy?
No, just want to let everyone know it's the best move they can make, and won't be making any mistakes. They won't have no worries, and they can be well rest assured within a month or two they're going to be feeling, thank you, Sheri.
That's awesome. Yep. All right, Wendy. Thank you again from the bottom of my heart
for
joining us.
Have a good night.
Okay, I'll see you guys soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.